Alana,
Mm-hmm.
Jaylo,
Yes.
what's going on?
I'm good. I am good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty awesome today. I get to spend some time with my girl.
Yep.
It's been craziness with COVID-19.
It's been craziness, but trying to keep ourselves sane.
Multnomah County is still not open. We were expected to open on Friday, but that got delayed.
Yeah, which I really think I don't want it to be delayed any more than it should be, because we're supposed to open it officially in Oregon on the 6th of July. At least for businesses and things. Some things are open, but businesses and restaurants and...
The state of emergency was put into effect until July 6th, but it varies from county to county. And we have not entered phase 1 of the 3-phase reopening yet.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cases are surging, though.
I have my own opinion about cases, but I don't know that everybody needs to know that.
But we are doing good, regardless of being in the middle of a pandemic. We've been watching a lot of Deep Space Nine.
Yes.
We just got done watching an episode from season 2.
3-parter.
What did you think of it? It was the one where Odo finds his people.
I really liked the 3-part episode. It was kind of interesting to see, the first part, right, was Quark, Nog, Jake, and Ben.
Where they go to this planet,
yeah,
and they encounter the Jem'Hadar and the Vorta.
Right. It was funny. that episode was really funny.
The way that Quark gets himself onto the shuttlecraft to go with Cisco.
Right.
It's like, I love humans, but my brother Rom isn't so liberal.
Isn't so liberal as I am.
Yeah.
And then and then Nog is like, human food is pretty good.
Yeah. After they jump on, human food is pretty good.
Which is funny because the actors are all humans.
Yeah. I love at the end of the episode where Quark grabs Nog's ears to drag him off and he goes, ah!
He just seems so young in that show.
Can't believe he passed away.
I know.
Nog passed away last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
But, yeah, wow. But he just seemed, I think he might have been in his 20s.
When they filmed it, yeah.
Well, we were talking about the stage makeup that they wear. And I think I mentioned that Quark's voice was a little bit different. And I thought, well, is there something wrong with his mouth? You're like, oh, maybe it's because he has big lips, or it looks like he does.
Yeah, so I don't know how much time he had to put in the makeup chair. I imagine it was a lot. But we're watching the episodes out of order a little bit because I want to give you a sense of Star Trek, the good version of it. And so a few days ago, we watched the episode Second Skin, where Kira is made to look like a Cardassian. And I read about that episode. Supposedly, she had to report to makeup at 1 in the morning to be ready to shoot at like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Wow. I hope they had a short day.
Yeah. Obviously, the Ferengi makeup is a little bit different from the Cardassian makeup.
Yeah.
But it gave me a sense of an idea of how long it actually took to get everybody ready to shoot her required makeup.
Yeah, it's got to be That's got to be just annoying.
Imagine you're a broke actor and you get cast on Star Trek, this iconic thing, and then you realize you have to wear makeup for the entire show.
Oh.
Week after week after week.
Ooh.
That would not be fun.
Yeah.
No.
That wouldn't be fun at all. Because it's one thing to wear, makeup to make yourself look, to make a woman look nice, right?
Yeah.
But stage makeup, I would imagine that's pretty thick.
It's really elaborate on Star Trek.
Yeah.
I would not want to do that at all.
No. No, I'd rather wear costumes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even put makeup on much in my own life. I just have somebody else do it for me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I get the natural look all the time.
That's what I'm here for.
What, makeup?
Put makeup on you. I put it on my tongue, then I put it on you.
Okay.
I put it on my tongue, then I put it on you. My love, this is so true.
Well, makeup doesn't go on your tongue.
It doesn't unless you're applying it to somebody else, and it does first.
No, you put it... No, they have applicators.
Yeah, and I use my tongue as an applicator.
Ah.
My tongue is your applicator.
No, that's weird.
It is weird, but,
No, like blushes...
I do what I can.
Like for blushes, there's a brush for that.
Okay.
And then
It's
for
called my tongue. I
foundation,
call it a tongue. You call it a brush.
no, for foundation, there's a sponge for that.
I love foundation. You call it a sponge.
And then
I call it a
there's
brush.
there's like a eyebrow pencil if you paint your eyebrows.
I use my tongue. I use my tongue for that.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's bad for your
I
tongue.
use it on you.
Ah.
I just show that how much I love you.
No, that's just gross.
You didn't think it was gross this morning when you put makeup on you.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
No.
Sorry, babe.
The only thing I put on my face was moisturizer.
Oh, good. I do like that moisturizer you
It's
use.
very nice.
I was using it earlier. It is really nice.
Yeah, it is. It really goes on smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It goes on smooth.
Oh, yes. It's kind of rainy today.
It is. It's like one of those days that you just want to stay in.
Yeah, and it's mid-June, too.
I know. Well, I mean, it's not officially summer yet. I think Father's Day or the day before Father's Day is the day of summer.
Something like that. But I always consider anything after Memorial Day to be summer.
It's not.
Until Labor Day.
I just consider like June, like the beginning of June as a start of summer, at least leading up to summer.
Okay, so by your definition, it's technically summer then, because we're in June.
Well, it's technically not summer, but sometimes
Yeah, but you know.
Well, because because I got out of school, like if I got out of school on the 9th of June, my summer just started.
Nice.
That's what I think about, I guess.
Oh. You know what tomorrow is going to be, babe, don't you?
Tomorrow.
You know what tomorrow's going to be?
June 14th.
You know what that day represents?
No, I don't.
The 26th anniversary of the start of my summer vacation in 1994.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
How do you feel about this momentous occasion? And what are we going to do to celebrate it?
I don't know. I didn't think that we were going to celebrate anything.
Okay.
Well, there is a possibility of buying a cake, but...
Really?
I don't know.
For this?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited for cake for a second there, babe.
Well, I don't know. Maybe pizza.
Nice.
Maybe we'll celebrate with a pizza.
That sounds good. And the school that I went to, that I left
Yes.
during that period, got into some hot water recently because
Recently, huh?
Well, recently within a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Because there was something wrong with their faucets.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think if I remember, I could be remembering it wrong. There was something like lead was seeping into their faucets.
Whoa.
And then they did some tests on some other schools in Portland and found that the same thing was happening at a few other places.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is probably like 2017, I want to say.
So how did they get rid of that?
I don't know. They did some sort of work on it.
Oh, wow.
But they just told the kids to get used to lead and
it
will help you grow strong.
I do remember that Portland water was affected, like maybe I think it was like 5 years ago or something, or 6 years ago, where you couldn't drink the water. You had to wait until the water was not brown.
Okay.
I forgot what it was. It might have been lead or something. I don't know what it was, but it was like a warning for Portland residents that the water was not good.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
I think it might have happened like 5 or 6 years ago, somewhere around there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was not good.
No, babes.
No.
Last night,
Yes.
I showed you the Star Trek episode Hollow Pursuit.
Yes.
About the Enterprise. What did you think about that one?
That was crazy. And I enjoyed it, but it was just so funny because in real life, what was that guy's name? Barkley.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Lieutenant Broccoli.
Yes.
He was always missing in action, right?
Yep.
And they found out that he was on holodeck too.
Yep.
And that and that all the characters in real life were, they met the fake characters on the holodeck that were them.
Yeah.
And they were like fighting with each other, and he was in love with the counselor. He was in a
and the
relationship
doctor
with
too.
Oh,
the doctor was like, he was in the doctor's lap, laying down.
Yeah.
He had fallen asleep in the holodeck program.
Right. Wow.
To me,
Uh-huh.
that is about social awkwardness, right? Because it's kind of weird. I know the term safe space is kind of triggering to some people.
Yeah.
But go with me for a second. This guy is socially awkward, but his safe space, for lack of a better term, is the holodeck. It's where he feels free to be him.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a lot to do with being socially awkward and also escaping reality. What are your thoughts on that?
It kind of reminds me of those kids that if they're socially awkward, they feel better if they're like playing video games.
Yeah.
So I heard about really horrible stories about people getting caught in games like EverQuest.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played EverQuest. I'm not interested in video games, but they get so caught up because they feel like that is their reality, that they can make that a reality, and they get caught up in that world, and then they realize, oh wait, I have an actual reality, and so people can get caught up in all kinds of things.
I do believe that that's probably going to happen more and more.
It's a little bit sad actually.
Mm-hmm.
They can't socially, and you know, a lot of things can be self-medicating. Like if it isn't drugs and alcohol,
it's the holodeck.
It's a holodeck.
It's not that.
Or
it's something real.
It's video games.
Yeah.
Or it's TV, or you know. Oh, and then they fantasize about being in whatever show they're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is better than my real life, right?
Yeah.
But it's a little bit sad that some people have not figured out how to deal with real life things, awkwardness or whatever it is.
It's unfortunate for sure.
It is, and they're kind of numbing their pain, right?
I would say so.
It's sad. They're not allowing themselves to feel it, and then once they feel it, I think they can learn how to deal with it better.
I have a couple of friends who I feel try to do that, not with TV or a fake holodeck, obviously, but with, different seminars, different self-help programs.
I think I know what you're talking about.
We don't have to say any names, but
no,
you may.
I think I know exactly who and what you're talking about. Yes.
Right, and it's always sad to see these people or person, always talking about how this is going to be the next thing that gets them through.
Right. The next thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think those things even can only get you so far. And then you got to figure out, okay, when is it going to start to where I start taking responsibility?
Yeah, I can't just make lists all the time.
I can't make lists all the time. I can't, positive thinking doesn't really get you a whole, too far.
I do think that there's something to be said for positive thinking, but I don't think it's the only thing you need to do.
I think you can be optimistic about things, but not to the point to where, if I think about it and if I think positively, I'm going to get something. Because it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, you need to think positively, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one tool, but it's not the only one. It's not the exclusive thing you need for success.
Right. Because there are times where you actually have to work hard to get to where you are. I know a lot of people are on their journey, but some people get stuck on their journey like for a long time, and they just get stuck there and they don't go forward, right?
Exactly.
They take not caveats, but detours.
Yeah.
They take detours, and it's like, well, how come I haven't gotten to where I want to be yet? Well, because you're taking detours.
Or they just rest in the same spot.
Right. Right.
It's like they're walking someplace and they find a bench and they sit down and they spend years at that bench.
I mean, and I believe that people have their own journey to go on, and it doesn't matter what age you are to get to your goals. And sometimes people wish, I should have done this when I was younger. But as long as they get to where they are, no matter how long it takes, it does take a lot of work. But some people just never get to where they are, and they're just stuck.
They never get where they're supposed to be.
Right, exactly. They're just stuck there, or they just don't want to. They just don't want to move forward with their lives.
Julia Cameron said something that I thought was great, and I know that she kind of falls into the self-help space, but she wrote a book that appealed to me and that I got a lot out of.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
The Artist's Way.
Yes.
She said something in the book, and I know I'm horrible at quotes, so I know I'm going to butcher this. But she said that she'd always tell people to write these plans for your life, what you want to do, and what's really important to you. Mm-hmm. And she said that oftentimes people would come back to her with this plan of a goal they had, But they'd say to her, but do you know how old I'm going to be when I reach that goal? And she would respond to them with, yeah, you're going to be the same age you are if you don't put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to have less to show for it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
That is interesting. I think I think that's what makes life exciting, because when I was in high school, I took a futures planning class. It was a planning for the future class. I had ideas about what was going to happen 5 years from then, but sometimes things don't turn out the way you want them to, and life doesn't always go the way you want them to, the way you want it to. But I think there's some truth to there's one thing to build up to something that you want to do, and actually doing it or getting close to doing it, but it's another thing to get stuck in a place to where you were 5 years before that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, and some people are more proactive than others, and they still get things done. Or some people are less proactive and they still get things done and they're not stuck there. So I think it's a matter of not being stuck where you were 5-10 years before,
Mm-hmm.
and actually working towards an actual goal. What do you want to do? Even if you end up, for example, taking a menial job that maybe you didn't want and then working your way up, or finding another job that you actually like. You have to work. You have to go on that journey to get to where it is you want to be.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere, and it's one thing. It's good to start somewhere, than just keep on
Waiting.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's not working, and you're getting the same result.
Yeah.
Right. I would rather start at the bottom and work my way up to the top
Exactly.
than start in the middle.
Well, I'd love to start in the middle.
Well, I mean, not starting in the middle, but starting and then stopping.
I would say, yeah, I would rather start at the bottom and move my way upwards than to start, go for a little while, and then decide to stop and lose complete momentum.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I tell, like if a person was starting a business, that's how their businesses grow, is they start from the bottom and they work their way up to the top. Usually.
Yes.
But I think I know of people that do that, where they have so many things they want to do, and they have what they would call a business, but they haven't gotten it off the ground. And you kind of have to wonder, well, why?
How much do they really want this?
Right. So that reminds me of something. I won't mention names, of course.
Go ahead.
That reminds me of something that happened to me, and you happened to be there when it happened. Am I correct?
I don't know what story you're talking about in particular.
Somebody asked me about possibly being hired.
Yeah.
Possibly having me hired for their business. I asked.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I asked them, well, what exactly do you want to happen for this business? Do you want it to be such and such? Do you want it to be such and such? And that's a valid question, because, well, what kind of a business am I going to be hired for?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly do you want my role to be? And that person couldn't give me a definite answer.
To give some more background, again, without giving away identities.
Yes.
I believe this person had already had the business for 4 years.
Yes.
He worked with clients, and he only had 1 or 2 clients at the time.
Yes.
4 years in. He didn't have a business plan. He was just sort of doing it by the seat of his pants still.
Right. And I was figuring, I figured, I think, I thought, no, I cannot work for somebody that has not been established after 4 years.
Yeah.
That's just not going to work for me. I have to know what the position is. I have to know where this business is going. And am I going to be the one stuck with all the work?
I believe he asked you to create a business plan for him, right?
Am
I remembering that?
A curriculum.
Okay.
And I don't know much about writing curriculums.
This person was obviously in the education field. He worked with clients on certain topics.
But isn't the person running the business supposed to come up with a curriculum?
I would assume so.
Right. I did not believe it was my job to come up with a curriculum. I have to follow a certain curriculum.
Yeah.
But apparently the person did not know that.
After 4 years.
After. Well, I hope it does get off the ground. I just don't think I'm going to be a part of it.
I don't think it's going to
Yeah.
go anyplace.
Right.
But what do I know?
What do I know? I hope it does, though. I wish this person well. I just can't work for somebody that wouldn't know. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say, babe.
Right.
That's very fair to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Have to have a business plan. You have to have a proposal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I've never had a business of my own, but I would imagine that's one of the key things is communication. You have to write a strong proposal. You have to have a really good business plan for your business overall, I would imagine. How much money you want to spend on getting this business off the ground.
Yeah, basically you have to get your shit together.
Exactly. Well, for lack of a better phrase.
That's what I would say.
Right. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't say that.
No. I'm a little bit more classier in my choice of speech.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, I'm not just saying that you aren't classy ever. I'm just saying that's not something I would say.
Okay. I go with what gets results. Alana,
Yes.
we've also been watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, we have.
What are your thoughts?
I loved picking random episodes, but I also picked some good ones too.
Mm-hmm.
The one where we actually watched the one where Will and Lisa were supposed to get married, correct?
I had some issues with that one,
Of
but
course.
I thought there were some good things in there too.
I thought it was weird too. I think the weirdest part was when Will's mom marries her dad,
Marries Lisa's dad at the end of the episode.
and they don't get married.
Yeah.
I thought it was really
They walk
weird.
down the aisle. Lisa says no. And then Lisa's dad goes over to Will's mom, Vi, and says, Vi, would you like to marry me? And they get up and they get married there. I didn't
so
believe
weird.
that. I didn't believe that.
Well, and I keep telling him, everybody, whoever's listening to this, that it's just a show, and of course it's not going to happen in real life because it's supposed to be funny.
But what
Even
was
though
funny
it's-
about that?
It's just funny. It's just I didn't think much of it. I just thought, okay, that's weird that Will and Lisa aren't getting married, but their parents are getting married to
Do
each
we
other.
ever see Vi and Lisa's dad again together?
I don't
Because
think,
the show went on for like another year, I think.
I don't know that we do. That's a good question. Because I didn't watch all the episodes. I didn't watch like every season. No. I watched the seasons, but I don't remember every episode. Is what I'm trying to say. So I couldn't tell you. I don't think you do. And I don't think you see Lisa either.
Even though she's now Will's stepsister.
Stepmom.
No,
Step-
Lisa's
No, I'm
Will's
sorry.
stepsister, right?
Yeah, Will.
And she was almost his wife, and then by the end of the day, she's his stepsister.
Well, now they really can't get married.
No.
It's very weird. I know. It's very strange. I know.
I can get behind that ending.
Well, it's just funny, you know. It's weird, you know. It wouldn't be able to fly in real life.
No.
No, it wouldn't be able to fly in real life. They would either have to break up for the parents to get married, or the parents don't get married to each other. I mean, that's what would happen in real life, usually. But there have been weird marriage arrangements.
There have been.
Mm-hmm.
But the show is overall pretty good, except it breaks with reality a little bit too often for me.
Reality.
Reality.
It isn't real. That's why we watch
No.
shows like that, because it's escaping
I
from reality.
I told you this before, but you want to believe the rules.
I don't really
universe.
care.
Okay.
You're the only one that cares.
Okay.
You are literally the only one I met that really cares about the quote unquote reality of a sitcom, and it isn't real.
I know it isn't real, but the point is, and I know I've said this before, I want to forget that I'm watching something fake and believe that I'm watching reality.
Ugh. Seriously. You know what I have to deal with, really? This is what I have to deal with.
Listen, let me give you a scenario. Let's say that in season 6, they come back and everything's the same except Hillary is now 80 years old. and she's pretending that James Avery is her dad still.
Okay, so that's never happened.
Right,
But
if
that
it
would
would
work.
have, then you would have been fine with that.
It's just a show. I just don't think of it that way. It
Okay.
doesn't. I don't think of it as reality. It's not reality. It's just a show that we watch, and it's like 30 minutes, and it's just funny like that, you know.
Okay.
Just like the baby Nikki is
That
6 years
thing
old,
really
or 5
upsets
years
me.
old. I don't care so much about that. It doesn't bother me.
Mm.
It's just a show.
Okay.
You know, there's probably a reason why they wrote it that way. I
Because
just leave it up.
lazy writing.
I just leave it up to the writers.
I think of it as lazy writing.
Okay, that's only one man's opinion.
Okay.
Apparently, you're the only one who cares.
Wow.
I do not care.
Wow, babe.
I don't care. I really don't.
Okay.
It's just a show. It's just a.
You did show me some good movies yesterday, though.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you liked it. And what are the movies?
Driving Miss Daisy
Mm-hmm.
and My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yes. Wedding.
Wedding.
Not
Wedding. Wedding.
They're not Southern,
Okay.
except for the two sisters.
Yeah. Well, Driving Miss Daisy was Southern.
Yes, it was. I think Jessica Tandy was British, though. I think.
I don't know. You may be right about that.
I think. Well, if she was British, she sure played a Southern lady pretty well.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting. It did not end the way I thought it was going to end.
I told you we were gonna like the ending.
Yeah, I thought it was going to end with her driving her to Walmart or something. With him driving her to Walmart.
No.
But luckily it did not go that route.
No, I like the relationship that they form in the middle of the movie. How their relationship grows, because they've been, he's been her driver for I don't know how long. And Morgan Freeman was very good.
He's a great actor, and
Yeah.
it ends with him feeding her
Yes, it does.
near the end of her life.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that even though he worked for her for so long, that he really got a lot out of her being his passenger. And, even though she was very nitpicky in the beginning, right?
Well, we don't know, but it's assumed that he learned, at least at a basic level, how to read.
Right. Yes.
Based on the book she gave him.
Yes.
And
the little lessons that she gave him, because she used to be a teacher.
Yeah. I don't know what she got out of him, though. What would you say?
She did say, remember she said in the movie when she was freaking out about her papers.
Oh, that's right, that he was like her best friend.
Yeah, she's like, Hoke, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
Really, you are. You're my best friend. And, and I think that probably warmed his heart.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. But remember you remember that funny part when she was going to invite him to the...
the MLK dinner.
Dinner?
Yeah, that was...
That was hilarious. She's like, well, in other words, you can watch, you can listen to him anytime you want. It's like,
yeah.
The next time, why don't you just ask me if you want me to go to the dinner?
And he doesn't go in. He does
not go in.
She goes in and he listens from the car.
Yeah, that was kind of strange.
That was really weird. But it was honest to the characters,
Yes.
And I appreciated that. And Dan Aykroyd was surprisingly good.
Yeah, and he was very serious in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the only movie that I remember him not being serious in was The Blues Brothers, that I remember. And I don't know a lot of his stuff.
He was in the original Ghostbusters movies.
Oh, yes.
He was in Spies Like Us with Chevy Chase.
I did not watch that one.
He was in Coneheads.
Really?
So, yeah, he played the dad in that.
Oh, he did?
Because he created the sketch on SNL.
I didn't know that.
Yep. He was in Exit to Eden, but that's not really a good movie. But yeah, he's been in a bunch of things, babe.
Exit to Eden. I think
It was a bad movie with Rosie O'Donnell and him.
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell, yeah. I heard it was really bad.
It's not that good of a movie.
Yeah. You know what else was a weird one? Is, I think it was called East Wagons.
Wagons East?
Or Wagons East. That was a weird movie.
There's an interesting piece of trivia about that movie.
What?
It was the film that John Candy was working on when he died.
Really?
And John Candy and Dan Aykroyd were in the Blues Brothers together.
Mm-hmm.
Because John Candy, a lot of people forget, he has a small role in that movie.
Ah.
And then they were also in The Great Outdoors together.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I watched, Exit to Eden. I don't remember if it was Exit to Eden or Wagons East that my friends and I were watching, and they're both kind of weird movies.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird.
I've only seen Exit Eden. I have not seen.
And what was the premise of that one? Because I'm trying to remember.
I saw it in the theaters when it came out. This was like
Yeah, it was bad.
late
I heard.
94, early 95. It was something, I know it was based on some book, but they go, Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd are these cops who go undercover at this nudist colony, I want to say. It's been so long since I've seen it. I've only seen it the one time.
Okay.
And there's a lot of bondage in it.
Okay. I heard it was bad, though. I don't remember. I don't think I saw it, but I think it might have been Wagons East that I saw. It was weird.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what else is a weird movie?
Tell me.
Muriel's Wedding.
I love
it was a good movie, but it was very odd.
Yes.
And she refused to be called Muriel. She wanted to be called Mariel.
Mariel.
Because she wanted to be married so bad.
I loved her relationship with Tim Sims.
This is the guy that she made up, right?
Mm-hmm. Seemed like a great man.
And who played her again?
Was it Minnie Driver?
I think it was. Minnie Driver was funny in that one.
Yeah.
No, it's not Muriel. It's Mariel. I think it was like. I think she was supposed to be Australian in the movie.
I think so.
It was when me and my friend watched it. It was such a weird movie, but we really enjoyed it. It was really funny. So you like Driving Miss Daisy, and I also showed you My Best Friend's Wedding, which is one of my favorite romantic comedies.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy, the girl who wanted the guy does not get the guy.
Which I did like.
Yeah. I thought it was definitely different. Now, I personally, when I first saw it, I was rooting for Julia Roberts' character.
Oh, I wasn't.
I know you weren't, but I was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, I wasn't sure about Kimmy. I thought, ooh, she's annoyingly perfect, right? Kimmy is Cameron Diaz's character. Mm-hmm. I can say that.
Yeah, you can say
They're celebrities. And Julia Roberts played a woman named Julianne.
Yeah.
And
must have been a huge stretch for her. Going from Julia to
Julianne. And she was a writer, and her editor was played by Rupert Everett, who was really good in the movie. Really funny, I thought.
Yeah.
But very odd, very eccentric. No, a lot of the things were, a lot of the scenes were funny, especially when Cameron Diaz's character was at the karaoke bar, and she was very bad.
That was good. I like when Julianne is chasing after her.
Yes. And when she's in the bathroom, she's like, Kimmy! And then you hear this lady go, Kimmy! And she's this crazy lady.
And then they start airing their business in front of all these women.
Yeah, and they're like, there's like this whole crowd in the bathroom.
Or when those kids are doing the helium.
Oh yes, that was funny. The teenagers, was it 3 of them?
The 3 of them, yeah.
The teenage boys were singing "You Fill Up My Senses" while, and it was just like a random scene, and they're like, "Would you knock it off?" And they're like, "You fill up my senses." we both thought that was a really funny part.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really funny. And what about the lady that got her tongue on the stuck on the ice sculpture?
That was funny.
What?
I didn't like that after everything she put them through, she still got to be the maid of honor.
It was weird, yeah. I don't even know why. What I thought was weird too was Cameron Diaz's character asks her, after knowing her for 5 minutes.
They explain that though.
Yeah, she has her friend's pelvis was shattered.
No, but they explained it later on in the movie in a way that I actually thought made more sense.
Which part was it?
Okay, so it's actually the scene in the locker room, or not in the locker room, in the bathroom after she finds Kimmy.
Yeah.
And Julia confronts
Yeah, that's right,
her.
Because she's like, I trusted you.
Yeah, she's like,
Michael trusted you, and I trust. Yeah.
But then Julianne is like, well, it's not, you didn't have me be your maid of honor because you trusted me. You had me be your maid of honor so you could keep a better eye on me. Right,
exactly.
I thought that was more honest.
I thought it was more honest. So there was one part I thought was really funny, where she was like, just imagine you're Michael. You're at a restaurant. He orders a creme brulee. It's decadent. It's sweet. it's sickeningly perfect. But he realizes that's not what he wants. He wants something familiar. So he orders Jaylo.
I didn't laugh at that.
I thought it was funny.
I didn't think.
And then she's like, she wants, like, I could be Jaylo. She's like, no, you are not Jaylo. You will never be Jaylo. And I don't know. I thought that was really funny.
That sounded like something out of like a bad '90s sitcom.
I thought that was funny.
I
though.
didn't think that was funny at all.
I always thought it was funny.
No,
But just the way that she was coming at her, I don't know.
No, they use those types of dumb metaphors on '90s sitcoms all the time, babe.
How would you know? You didn't watch a lot of... Really?
I've seen '90s sitcoms.
Really?
Yes.
Did they use it on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
They might have. I don't remember.
What did you think? Oh, speaking of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, what did you think about the episode where Hillary takes the wrong medicine? She takes the nighttime medicine.
I thought that was fun.
That was really funny.
Earlier today. That
yes.
was good.
Yes.
I like. So a sponsor is coming to her show, and Will gives her the wrong medicine, so she's kind of out of it. She kind of wakes up at the end and apologizes and says, "This is for my dumb cousin." Or no, Will explains it, and then he looks at Hillary and he's like, I have nieces and nephews and a bunch of dumb cousins working for me, so I understand the need for nepotism.
That is answer, yeah.
The need for nepotism with moronic relatives.
Yeah.
As far as I see, you only have one moron in your family.
You're
ahead of the
you're
game.
ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. And she wakes up and she's like, and she's like, Deontay, I thought your name was Will.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some good episodes.
He's acting like he's cutting hair.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's kind of shy.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Have you been having any interesting dreams, babe?
No, I have not. I have not had any interesting dreams.
Oh, neither have I.
No. But the ones that I have talked about previously were really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I may have talked about one in the last episode.
You did.
I did. And I just can't remember what it was about.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. So it's been a couple of weeks since I moved into my place. I really love it. It is awesome.
Yes.
Not everything is unpacked, obviously, because there's some furniture that will be coming, hopefully,
in a couple of days.
In a few days, yes.
Yes.
And it was supposed to come last week, but unfortunately that didn't fall through. That fell through. And so hopefully the deliverers hopefully the deliverers don't forget.
That's good.
Yeah, I made sure of that.
Okay.
So hopefully.
Nice. Is there anything else you want to say, Alana? Alana?
Alana.
Alana, is there anything else you want to say?
I have nothing further to say. What do you want to say?
I want to say that I want to kiss you, so maybe we should wrap this up.
I think we should wrap it up. Why not?
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.